No Craig this week, just me by myself, and this week I'm at AFC Fawley for the latest Gold Diggers vlog. The Oilers, we're hoping to put in a slick performance with some refined football because they don't want to spill 3 points to this week's opponents, Verwood Town. Well, this is what non-league football is all about, having a beer and watching the game. This is the temporary clubhouse up at Fawley AFC. Scott was telling me beforehand how there was a social club outside, but 8 years ago it's been knocked down, and plans for the future to build their own social club, which is so important to the finances of clubs at this level. But I mean, I got 2 cans of Budweiser for £6, can't beat that. It's got a nice little bit of roofing over the top to keep it out of the rain at the minute, and nice little smoking room on Saturday as well. So it's, as I said, very important for clubs at this level to have this sort of service at the ground, because they do get their finances from it. So if you are popping down to Fawley AFC, pop into the bar bit, buy yourself a drink and help the club out. Cheers. So Scott, tell us a little bit about Fawley AFC.
Well, there's not too much to tell that most people don't already know. We're a local football club in our waterside community, in the postcode of SO45. We're quite known as the SO Club, if you will, due to the roots of the Waterside Sports and Social Club, which is now obviously gone for the last 8 years. Since then, we've struggled on a day-to-day basis. The bare minimum gets us by. We've got a group of very hard-working committee here, coaches. Some of the players have been around for a very, very long time. We're actually in a little bit of a transition phase where we've lost some players that have been here 10 plus years, and now we've got a new young group of lads, and if you will, actually there's probably a new core of regular 40 players that have been here for the last 4 or 5 years. But you know, most players, when they come, they stay. It's sometimes harder for us than it is for other clubs to get, you know, the best or the Wessex quality players that come in the first place.
So how important is a good youth setup to a club like Fawley to get those players through?
To be honest, it's very important for any club, not just Fawley. We're affiliated with a fantastic youth setup called Fawley Falcons. They're run by some really good people. The youth progression there has been brilliant the last 10 years or so. They've got a wide range of age groups, spanning from soccer school all the way up to, I think, under 14s at the moment. I mean, girls football is massive. They're not short in that area at all as well. That's only getting bigger, and it's not just them. That's getting bigger at all the youth clubs around here. There's a few big ones in the Waterside area as well. It is important. I'm being truthfully honest. We've struggled with it in the last, I'll probably say, 4 or 5 years. The Falcons have struggled to get the players to stay on past the 15 bracket. Yeah. So once they get to like the under 15s, under 16s age, they kind of drift away a little bit. Sometimes not. It's completely out of their control. Sometimes they do have a really good team and they just happen to move across to another youth section. That's happened once or twice, but more often than not, between the ages of 14 and 16, they seem to just have the players just seem to lose interest more often these days. Yeah. I think it's because historically there's not been a clear pathway from the Falcons to the Fawley AFC or even any other club around here. But the first team, one of the first team managers, Lee Shepherd's been working on that really hard the last couple of years. Regular meetings, we have them down here all the time as ball boys, fans. Their youth teams train on our second pitch over here. They play on our first team pitch, and yeah, a high priority has been getting youth football at Fawley AFC whether it's affiliated to Falcons or whether it's under the Fawley AFC banner.
Yeah.
Because having young players come through to our development team is always something we want to do. This club hasn't got a single penny for a budget. It hasn't since I've been here 7 years. I don't think it ever will, to be honest, the way I see things going. But in terms of youth progression, fair opportunity to play, and a good standard of football in Wessex, you can get that here. That's fine.
That's brilliant. Thank you.
So AFC Fawley against Verwood Town. Fawley's last 5 games have been winning 5-3 against Ashurst, 1-2-1 against Aldermaston. They drew 0-0 Follens and drew 1-0 with Romsey. Before East Cowes, Victoria beat them 4-0, which brought an 8-game unbeaten run to an end. They beat Bashley in the Russell Coates Cup this season, so they've had a bit of a giant killing as well, which does show a lot about how good some of these Wessex teams can be against higher league opposition. Goals this season, the top scorer is Declan Hartigan with 8 goals from 12 starts. Kieran Roach has chipped in with 2 goals in 7 games. Dylan Knight, last season's top scorer, with 28 goals and got 23 the season previous, so he's a player who can get goals. He's only got 2 in 10 this season, but I'm sure his form will pick up again, because this level, like any level of football, having a goal scorer in your side is crucial really. It's what wins your games. They face a Verwood side who under new manager Jamie White, we did his first game when they played Frimley Green at home at Potton Park. Their last 5 games are draw 3-0 with Newport. They drew 1-2-1 against Ash, obviously beating Frimley Green 4-2. They then went on to go and beat Follens 2-0, and before losing last week to Arlesford 5-0. Harrison Whitehall is signed from Christchurch, has 2 goals in 3 starts. He came in as a replacement for the departed Aidan Shepherd, who's now at Blackfield and Langley. He was at Downton before that. Louis McWilliams, one of my favourite players in this league. He's their top scorer this season, still at the club with 7 in 16. I mean, he's a brilliant player once he gets his head down on the ball, and I think he'll cause trouble for Fawley today, so they're going to have to be on their toes, especially when he's in possession. Both teams mid-table, sort of Wessex Division 1, 13th for Fawley and 11th for Verwood. So these are the sort of games that could be a bit more interesting, I feel, sometimes than some of the bigger games you watch and you expect too much. So could be in for an interesting time.
Let's get you in.
George, well done, son.
Get around him!
Hey, well done! Let's go! Come on, Carsey, let's go! Oh my fucking God!
So it's half time here at AFC Fawley. It's AFC Fawley 1, Verwood Town 0. It was Neil Watkins winning the penalty on 29 minutes, dispatched for his 9th league goal of the season by Declan Hartigan. It's been end-to-end stuff, quite a thrilling game actually. Both sides have been willing to put the ball on the floor, knock it around. Fawley have defended really well from the back and really solid. Verwood have been throwing a lot at them. Verwood have hit the bar and the post during that first half as well, as you'll see from the highlights. But it's Fawley that leads at half time 1-0, and going to be a great second half, I feel.
Good, Coops. Well done, Coops. Well done, Coops. Good, like it, well done. Yes, well done, Harrison. Get in the box, get in the box. Come on! Come on! Get in there! Keep doing it! Harrison, play him! Come on! No! Hey, well done!
Lee, how happy are you with that win?
Yeah, it's good that we got over the line in the end, to be fair. Probably rode our luck a little bit of the time. They hit the post, what, 4 or 5 times. But on the flip side, we had a few chances. We had a few clear-cut chances second half we didn't take. But the main thing today, I said to the lads, was we had to get 3 points. Doesn't matter how you do it. So yeah, in the end, really, really happy.
Declan Hartigan up front got the 2 goals today. He ran that line really well. Was that a sort of game plan you went into to try and expose that offside trap?
Yeah, so we played these guys earlier in the season. We had a bit more of a low block. We were a little bit more defensive, and we caught them on the counter attack with the goal that we beat 1-0 at. And Dex, notoriously been a midfielder for us. This season he moves him up front just because again he is clever. His movement is good. It's just we just got to work on our passes through. Sometimes we overcomplicate things sometimes, and we try and play the perfect pass when it could just be into space and he's kind of in on goal. But yeah, I think he's got 11 now. So yeah, he's probably missed about 50, but yeah, he's got 11. So that's the positive.
And debuting goal today, bit of an emergency loan signing.
Yeah,
he did quite well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did everything I asked of him. He made a couple of big saves in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, he kicks well. Like I said, for a lad that's his first ever senior, he's played like I think under 23 to Winchester, but his first real senior game where it probably means something. Yeah, hats off to him. Fantastic. It's one of them. You don't want to put too much pressure on him because he's only 17. But everything he had to do today, he couldn't really do much about the goal. It was a big deflection, but yeah, everything else he was really good. I'm really proud of him.
And finally, last question. This is a ground hopping vlog. What would you say to anyone who's thinking of coming out to watch a Fawley game?
There's goals. There's always goals. Whether we're shipping or whether we're scoring them, there's always goals. But yeah, I mean, at the moment, it's not probably the best place to look at, but there's obviously big plans for a new complex and stuff. Obviously, we're going through the motions of that at the moment. So yeah, it's not the best place to look at the moment. The beer's cheap if someone wants a beer. But yeah, overall, our committee here are fantastic. I can't speak highly enough, and they're so welcoming. And yeah, I think here it's different. So many lads come here and then they don't leave because of how they kind of come into the family as such of the football club. So yeah, that's a big positive for us. Everyone's always welcome here, and hopefully we can up our gates.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers,
Appreciate
mate.
it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks very much.
Finished Fawley AFC 2, Verwood Town 1. Declan Hattigan scoring his second of the game and his 10th goal of the Wessex League season to put Fawley 2-0 up just after half time. It's end-to-end stuff, really good football actually, to be fair, from both sides. Verwood looked more comfortable, I feel, in possession. Fawley defended brilliantly at the back and tried to exploit the offside trap Verwood were playing. Verwood got a goal back through Callum McHale, a deflected effort going into the corner to make it 2-1, and then after that I think they must have hit the woodwork about 6 times this game. It was actually unbelievable. Any other day this game could have been like 4-3, but this is a really good credit to all the players out there. Wessex League football, very high standard. Both teams playing some nice football, but at the end of the day Verwood down to 10 men right at the last minute, sending off when one of the Fawley players was clean through on goal, but both teams, putting that really good performance. Fawley coming away with the 3 points, but Verwood very unlucky not to get anything from this game, to be fair. As for the stadium itself, nice little stadium, sort of staying at Wessex League level, nice stand over in the corner, a couple of terraces this side. If you get a chance to get down to Fawley and you're in the area, pop down and watch a game on Saturday. Definitely recommend it.